Have you ever sat by yourself and wondered if this is truly how your golden years are meant to be? I remember a time when I thought that being alone in my later years was something to dread, a silent reminder that life was slowly slipping away. But over time, I discovered that solitude doesn't have to mean loneliness. It can be transformed into a period of personal growth, reflection, and genuine happiness. Today, I want to share with you some insights on what you can do every day to stay happy and fend off loneliness, even if you feel like you're all by yourself. This isn't about waiting for life to happen. It's about taking intentional, joyful steps each day to create a life filled with meaning, connection, and light. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that our later years should be quiet and perhaps even lonely. I once knew a dear friend who felt that deep down, his best days were behind him because he spent so much time on his own. But one day, he made a choice to change that narrative. He began to greet each morning with a small ritual, a few minutes of quiet reflection, a cup of tea enjoyed in his favorite chair, and a moment to simply appreciate the beauty of another day. That simple act of mindfulness opened up a world of possibilities for him. He started to feel connected again, not to a bustling crowd, but to his inner self and the little joys scattered throughout each day. The first thing to understand is that happiness isn't something that arrives fully formed. It's something you cultivate with small daily habits. When you wake up each morning, try to set an intention for the day that resonates with you. It could be as simple as deciding to smile at a stranger, to make a delicious meal for yourself, or to take a short walk around your neighborhood. These intentional moments help remind you that you are in control of your own happiness. It's about finding beauty in the mundane and realizing that even the smallest actions can have a profound impact on how you feel. One of the most effective ways to keep loneliness at bay is by creating a routine that includes activities that nourish both your body and your soul. Start your day by engaging in something that brings you joy, a hobby that you love, a few minutes of gentle exercise, or even a few pages of a good book. For me, a brisk morning walk not only clears my mind, but also gives me a sense of connection to the world outside. It doesn't have to be a long walk. Even a short stroll can spark conversations with neighbors or remind you of the simple pleasures of nature. When you allow yourself these moments, you begin to see that you are not isolated. You are a part of the vibrant tapestry of life. Another important aspect is finding ways to connect with others, even if you're not physically surrounded by people all the time. In today's world, there are so many opportunities to reach out and form meaningful connections. Whether it's through a phone call, a video chat, or even writing letters, staying in touch with loved ones can dramatically lift your spirits. I remember a senior community center that organized weekly telephone calls between volunteers and seniors. These calls weren't just about checking in. They were filled with shared stories, laughter, and a genuine sense of camaraderie. It's a reminder that sometimes reaching out and hearing someone else's voice is all it takes to brighten your day. It's also important to remember that self-care isn't selfish. It's a vital part of living a happy life. When you're feeling alone, taking care of yourself becomes even more essential. This might mean preparing a healthy meal that you enjoy, taking time to meditate, or engaging in a creative pursuit like painting or gardening. I once read about a gentleman who turned his small balcony into a garden, filling it with bright flowers and even a few vegetables. Every morning he would spend a few minutes tending to his plants, and those few moments brought him such peace and satisfaction that they set a positive tone for his entire day. That simple act of nurturing life around him also nurtured his own spirit, reminding him that he was capable of creating beauty in his world. There are also moments when loneliness can creep in unexpectedly, even on days that seem full of activity. In those moments, it's important to have a strategy to reframe your mindset. When you feel that pang of loneliness, try to engage in a brief self-reflection. Ask yourself what small act you can do right now that would make you feel more connected or cared for. Perhaps it's playing your favorite song, looking at old photographs that bring back fond memories, or writing down one thing you're grateful for. Over time, these little acts build up a reserve of positive emotions that can help buffer against the isolation you might feel. I know that sometimes the idea of being alone can be overwhelming. It might even feel like there's a void that nothing can fill. But what if I told you that this time alone could be one of the most transformative periods of your life? When you embrace your solitude, you open up space for self-discovery. You learn what truly makes you happy and what you value most in life. And as you begin to understand yourself better, you find that you have so much more to offer than you ever imagined. There is a quiet strength in knowing that you can rely on yourself for happiness, that even when the world seems quiet, you have an inner light that never fades. The journey toward happiness and connection starts with a single step, a decision to invest in yourself every day. Whether it's carving out time for a mindful moment, reaching out to a friend, or simply enjoying a peaceful cup of tea while watching the sunrise, these small acts create a ripple effect in your life. They remind you that even in the midst of solitude, you are never truly alone. You carry within you a well of resilience, creativity, and hope that can brighten even the darkest days. So as we settle into this conversation about staying happy and avoiding loneliness when you're older, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own daily routines. Consider what small changes you might make to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Think about the activities that have brought you joy in the past, and imagine how you can weave them into your life right now. Remember, it's never too late to take action. Every day is a fresh opportunity to rediscover the beauty in life and to create a space where happiness can flourish. Thank you for joining me today and for being willing to explore these ideas. I truly believe that by making even a few small adjustments to our daily habits, we can create lives filled with purpose, connection, and genuine joy. Let's embrace these moments of self-care and remember that the journey to a happier life begins with one step at a time. Continuing on this journey of transforming solitude into a source of joy, let's delve a little deeper into the everyday practices that can brighten even the loneliest days. Imagine waking up, and instead of feeling the weight of isolation, you start your day by dedicating a few moments to a creative pursuit. Maybe it's writing a few lines in a journal, sketching something that inspires you, or even playing a piece of music on an instrument you love. I once met a gentle soul who, after retiring, rediscovered his passion for painting. Every morning, he'd sit by the window with his brushes and colors, expressing his feelings on canvas. He told me that this daily ritual not only gave him something to look forward to, but also opened doors to conversations with others who admired his work. It's a beautiful reminder that creativity isn't reserved for the young. It's a treasure that can be nurtured at any age and can serve as a powerful antidote to loneliness. Another wonderful way to infuse your day with connection is by engaging with your community, even if it's in small digital ways. In today's world, reaching out doesn't always require a physical meeting. I've heard heartwarming stories of seniors who joined online groups or forums dedicated to hobbies, history, or even simple book clubs. These virtual gatherings create spaces where you can share your thoughts, laugh over memories, and even learn something new from someone across the globe. It might feel unfamiliar at first, but taking that step to connect online can lead to friendships that are both meaningful and supportive. And if technology seems daunting, remember that there are plenty of community centers and local groups that host events tailored for seniors, where you can enjoy face-to-face interactions in a welcoming environment. As you weave these practices into your daily life, it's also important to create moments of physical activity that invigorate your body and soothe your mind. Whether it's a gentle yoga routine, stretching exercises, or a slow-paced walk through your neighborhood, movement plays a crucial role in lifting your spirits. I recall a woman who started attending a local Tai Chi class. At first, she was hesitant, not knowing what to expect. But soon she discovered that the rhythmic, flowing motions not only improved her balance and flexibility, but also brought her a profound sense of calm and connection. Exercise, in any form that feels right for you, is not just about physical fitness. It's a celebration of life, a daily acknowledgement that your body is a wonderful vessel carrying you through each new adventure. Mindfulness and meditation are other powerful tools that can reshape how you experience your solitude. Imagine sitting quietly with a cup of tea, focusing on your breath, and allowing your thoughts to settle like leaves on a calm pond. Such moments of mindfulness help you tap into an inner reservoir of peace, reminding you that contentment can be found within. I once spoke with someone who began practicing meditation each morning, even if just for 5 minutes. She described how this simple habit helped her clear away the clutter of worry and filled her with a renewed sense of purpose. These quiet moments of self-reflection can also be a way to acknowledge your feelings without judgment, helping you process emotions that might otherwise lead to loneliness. At times, loneliness can feel overwhelming, but it also offers a unique opportunity for self-discovery and personal growth. Consider exploring interests that you might have set aside over the years. Learning a new language, picking up a craft, or even studying something entirely new. Many seniors find that stepping into a learning environment, whether it's an online course or a local class, reignites a sense of curiosity and excitement about life. I remember a gentleman who took up computer classes later in life. Initially, he was nervous about navigating new technology, but he soon found that learning something new not only challenged his mind, but also introduced him to a vibrant community of learners who shared similar experiences. This process of continuous learning is a gentle reminder that your mind is capable of incredible growth no matter your age. Connecting with nature is yet another gentle remedy for loneliness. Spending time outdoors, whether it's tending to a garden, sitting in a park, or simply enjoying the fresh air on your porch, can have a healing effect on both the mind and body. There's something profoundly uplifting about watching the sunrise or listening to the rustle of leaves in the wind. Nature offers a sense of continuity and belonging that can fill the void of isolation. Even on days when you feel particularly alone, stepping outside can reconnect you with the world in a way that's both calming and invigorating. It's important to remember that these practices are not about masking loneliness with distractions, but rather about building a life that is rich, varied, and deeply fulfilling. Each new habit, each moment of connection, is a testament to your resilience and your desire to lead a joyful life. Embracing these small daily actions can gradually shift your perspective, from viewing solitude as a burden to seeing it as an opportunity for self-care and growth. There is immense power in the routines we create, in the little rituals that bring structure and meaning to our day. As you consider integrating these habits into your life, keep in mind that there is no one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one person might not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to experiment, to try new things, and to listen closely to your inner voice. If you ever feel that your efforts are not enough, remember that seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Whether it's reaching out to a friend, joining a community group, or even speaking with a professional, know that you are never truly alone. Every day is an opportunity, a blank canvas on which you can paint moments of joy, connection, and purpose. As you navigate these days, let your heart be open to new experiences and let each small step forward remind you of the vibrant, resilient spirit within you. Life after 60 is not about fading away. It's about blooming in a new, beautiful way, even when you are by yourself. Thank you for continuing to walk this path with me, for being willing to explore these ideas, and to consider how you can transform your daily routine into a source of sustained happiness. Embrace these practices as gentle invitations to live fully, to connect deeply, and to cherish every moment of your journey. In this final stretch of our conversation, I want you to feel the warmth of a sunrise after a long, cool night, a promise that every new day holds the potential for joy and connection. As we bring together all that we've explored, consider how these daily practices have the power to transform not just your mood, but your entire outlook on life. Imagine for a moment that each small ritual you embrace, whether it's spending a quiet moment with your favorite book, calling a friend to share a laugh, or simply tending to a little garden on your porch, is a building block for a life filled with meaning and genuine happiness. You might be thinking that making these changes when you're already in a season of solitude sounds daunting. It's completely natural to feel hesitant about altering long-established routines, especially when loneliness has cast its shadow for so long. But remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every small change can ripple out to create a tide of positivity in your life. There is something incredibly powerful in choosing to care for yourself. By inviting a little extra joy into your day, you are sending a message to yourself and to the world that you deserve happiness, connection, and fulfillment. Consider the gentle power of a daily ritual. Perhaps it's rising a few minutes earlier to watch the sunrise, feeling the cool, crisp air and letting it fill you with a sense of hope. Or maybe it's the simple pleasure of savoring a well-prepared cup of tea, using that quiet time to reflect on all the good memories and dreams you still hold dear. Every moment you choose to fill with intention is a moment that stands against loneliness. It tells you that your days are valuable, that your experiences matter, and that even when you feel alone, you are never truly isolated from the beauty of life. There is also a deep sense of empowerment in nurturing relationships, both old and new. Reaching out to someone, even if it's just a brief conversation, can spark a connection that brightens your entire day. I know that sometimes the idea of starting a conversation or joining a group might seem overwhelming, but imagine the simple pleasure of hearing a friendly voice or sharing a story that resonates with another soul. Every shared laugh, every exchange of kind words builds a bridge that carries us from isolation to belonging. And in these moments, you may discover that the community you seek has been waiting for you all along. Even if you prefer solitude, remember that solitude itself is not the enemy. It can be a sanctuary where you rediscover who you are and what truly makes your heart sing. In those quiet hours, you have the freedom to reflect on your life's journey, to cherish your accomplishments, and to dream of the future with a renewed spirit. The key is to balance that inner reflection with moments of engagement, be it through a phone call, a shared hobby, or even writing down your thoughts in a journal that you revisit with pride. This balance is what creates a rich tapestry of experiences, one that weaves together the threads of self-care, connection, and continuous growth. It's important to keep in mind that every change you make, no matter how small it may seem, is a victory. There is profound courage in facing loneliness head-on and choosing to fill your days with actions that uplift and sustain you. I encourage you to see challenges as opportunities, moments to learn, and times to celebrate the unique wisdom and resilience that come with every year of life. When you take that extra moment to nurture yourself or reach out to another, you are not just passing the time. You are actively crafting a future where you feel more connected and more alive. As we close this conversation, let the message resonate deep within you. You have the power to redefine your days, to create moments of joy even in the quietest hours, and to build a life that reflects the vibrant spirit you possess. It's a journey that may require patience and persistence, But the rewards are immeasurable. A heart that feels full, a mind that is engaged, and a soul that is continually renewed by the beauty of each passing day. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with me today. Your willingness to embrace these ideas is a testament to your strength and determination. I hope that these insights have given you the tools to transform your solitude into a source of happiness, and that you feel inspired to take one small step, then another, toward a more joyful, connected life. Your story is still being written, and every day is an opportunity to make it a masterpiece. Here's to living your best life at any age, with every moment shining as a reminder that you are cherished, you are resilient, and you deserve all the happiness in the world.